Hi, this is video 11 and we'll be learning how to create databases and tables, how to insert a table, how to select a table, how to delete a table, and finally how to update a table in the SQL programming language. SQL is a special purpose programming language designed for managing data held in relational database management system. I'll be showing examples of data we can show using SQL. The data I'll be using are fake employees and their salaries as an example. Let's get started. As you can see, I'm writing up the demo, and first you'll need to have SQL accessibility, so you will have to download it from Microsoft, which I already did. It is a free version, so now let's open it up. Now I'll show you a step by step. So in my notepad, I'm going to write all the objectives we're going to do today, and as you can see, I'm writing create database. So now we're going to create the table, and let's get started. The create table statement is used to create a table in a database. Tables are organized into rows and columns, and each table must have a name, which is why I'm going to put a name. The data type parameter specifies what type of data that the column can hold. Example is integer, decimal, date, and varchar. Now, an example of this would be the last name, the first name of an address, and a city or columns are a type of varchar that hold characters, and the maximum length of these fields is 255 characters. So the name of this table is employee, and the parameters are salary, location, age, department, and name. Now, some of you might be asking, what exactly does varchar mean? And it's an acronym, and the real definition means variable character field. It is a set of character data of indeterminable length, and the term varchar refers to the data type of a field or column in a database management system, which can hold letters and numbers. Now, the next definition is integer. Integer, as you mean, is a whole number, and to put it in SQL, you gotta put the acronym INT. So I wrote all the parameters up, and now you gotta press the execute button to see if this is a really properly designed table. And it is, so step 2 is accomplished. Now to see the parameters again, you would need to go into tables and then go into database employee, which is a name, and then columns, and then you'll see the 6 parameters that are written. This also is another way to show that the execution worked. Now, our next step is to actually create a table where we can update the information. Now here it is, and let's set the primary key. Primary key is a field in a table which uniquely identify each row in a database table. Primary keys must contain unique values. A primary key column cannot have null values. Null means that the indicated value is unknown. A value of none is different from an empty or zero value. No two none values are equal. Comparisons between two none values or between a null or any other value return unknown because the value of each null is unknown. So basically, null is an unknown value, and you can't have that for keys. The next thing is to add the auto increment. And the auto increment is the value will be incremented for each new row. The value is unique and duplicates aren't possible. If a row is deleted, the auto increment column of that row will not be reassigned. And the auto increment value of the last inserted row can be accessed during the MySQL function last insert ID, but it must be called right after the insert query in the same database connection. Now let's save it just in case my computer accidentally dies. Now I'm going to open a separate database query. A database query can either be a select query or an action query. A select query is simply a data retrieval query, and a query means a question. An action query can ask for additional operations on the data such as insertion, updating, or deletion. Languages used to interact with databases are called query languages, and SQL is a well-known standard. The reason I opened the query was to now insert the data. Now I'm going to make a fake salary and a name and the location and put it all into this SQL query too. As you see, I'm doing it right now, and now let's execute. And it said one row affected. Now I'm going to use the select command, and remember how employee was the table's name. Now I'm going to do select employee from employee, and it should be executed, and voila, you should see a table down there. I'm going to update the data by switching the first employee with another employee, and I'll show you how that works right now. What I did is called an SQL update, and it is a statement that changes the data of one or more records in a table. Either all these rows can be updated, or a subset may be chosen using a condition, which I'm gonna put. For the update to be successful, the user must have the privileges or update privilege on the table or column, and the updated data may not conflict with any of the applicable constraints such as primary keys, unique indexes, check constraints, and not null constraints, which I made sure we didn't do. Put the limit for where ID equals 1 to just only change the first row. If you didn't see, Rahul became Punit, and everything changed as well. The last thing we're going to go over is how to delete tables or stuff in tables, and then we'll be done for this video. You can see that I used the delete statement, which is used to remove one or more records from a table. A subset may be defined for deletion using a condition, otherwise all records are removed. I did use a condition, and only the first part will be removed. It said one row affected, but for you guys to see if it really affected the table, I'm gonna highlight all of it and execute it, and now you can see that the first row did delete because as Punit name was there. That's the end of the video, and I hope you guys liked it. To recap, we went over how to create databases and tables, how to enter a table, how to select a table, how to delete a table, and finally how to update a table in SQL. Thank you for watching.